What's up, my beautiful butterflies? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm Tamara. So today we are doing another challenge, and the challenge that we're doing today is, okay, see my brushes, right? I'm not throwing them in the garbage because that's just gross, but I'm gonna put them in my very old makeup bag, and we're putting them there. We're doing an entire face today with no brushes.
Oh no, she didn't!
And I'm going to do my very best not to do sponges. I asked ChatGPT if sponges counted as brushes, and it depends on your interpretation. Well, I'm going to try and be as true to this challenge as I can. So, yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to do our no brushes makeup challenge. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, tea, wine, grab a snack, and let's get into it. Now, if you're asking, she got some color. Where'd she go, right? Well, let me tell you, I went to Delaware. I went to Delaware. It was warm outside this weekend. I went down there to visit with my nephew. My sister and brother-in-law live in Maryland. We met halfway. It was a great time. They have some really, really, really awesome places there. There was a great park and like a riverfront and with a bunch of bars and just a great vibe down there. Okay, so first things, what we're doing is I'm putting on primer, and yes, I did put it on my face yesterday. I just didn't put it on my arms and clearly on my chest. I'm using my Sun Touchable Whoa Glow. Has SPF 30 in it. It is the primer and suntan lotion, and we're just gonna put that all over. So why did I decide to do this type of challenge? Well, because sometimes, believe it or not, I actually do my eye makeup without any eye brushes. And I just kept like thinking, like, can this be an actual challenge for the entire face? So we're gonna find out. Because sometimes I actually like the way that it comes out with my fingers better, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I just like the way it comes out. It's like, it's softer, it's not as, it's just, and plus, I don't, having to pick which brushes to use, just use your finger. Your fingers are great
That's what she said.
for a lot of things. I mean, fingers get you very far. Next, we are going to be using, so we are going to do an eye, so let me do this first. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. Not that it matters for the color because I'm going to be using it for my over eyes, not my under eyes. I'm just going to dab a little bit onto here. It is light ivory though. So this past weekend was such a joy. I mean, I was only down there for a day, but I can honestly see myself spending like at least a weekend there. And also, I mean, if it wasn't so dang expensive down there, I was in Wilmington. Like, I mean, it was a really great, like, just spot. There was this bar that was made out of like storage containers, and it was an outdoor bar, and where the customer sat, it was all this just like wooden, it was kind of like a deck outside, and they were playing cornhole and just a whole bunch of stuff. Like, the vibe there was just so calm and relaxed. It was very different. It's very different it's very different in the sense because New Jersey is very different in every single area of the state. You have, like, if you go like south, like towards the end of the state where Cape May is, or all that stuff. Oh, now I'm going in with my Maybelline Dream BB Fresh BB cream. Also, can't have too much sunscreen. Has 30 SPF. Putting it on my hands. I'm gonna rub it into my fingers. I'm gonna warm it up a little bit with my fingers.
That's what she said.
And then I'm gonna mush it on my face. Like, it's so interesting, the different dynamics that, I mean, I think it's in every single state, honestly. I don't think it's just New Jersey, where there are certain parts of the state where, there's like, it's crazy and busy and hustle and bustle. And then there's the lawn people. And then there's, like, people who just live in smaller towns and everything is a little bit slower. Nobody needs to go 1,000 miles a minute. I feel like, I mean, we were in Wilmington. Like, it's not like we were in a nowhere named place in Delaware. We were in Wilmington, and it just still felt so calm and relaxed, and it was just nice. Kind of like how it is when you go out west, like Arizona. I love Arizona. And if you guys have any places that makes you feel just like at ease when you go visit those places, leave them in the comments down below. I would love to know which places makes you feel like, okay, this is nice. Like, I don't feel rushed. I don't feel like, just calming.
This is the life.
I guess, like, what's your happy place in the, like, what places have you visited in the country where you feel like I could maybe like move here? at some point in my life? Let me know. I'd be curious to hear what your answers are. Yeah, so we went to this park, which I thought was a little interesting. So the park was this great park. It had a huge field. It had a great walking path. It had this great playground for my nephew, like great playground. But you had to pay.
What?
You had to pay to enter. Like, I think it was like $4 for in-state and $8 out of state. It was, but there was nobody manning the area to pay. It was very much a honesty like system thing. Haven't seen that in a very long time.
Oh, is there such a thing?
But anyway, next we're going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Concealer. And so what we did was we took my nephew in a stroller. We went to the playground. And this playground, obviously, I'm not going to rush my nephew's life, but when he's able to walk, I'm so excited to play on the playgrounds with him because we're going to have so much fun. We're just going to have so much fun. So they have these like 3 different types of, well, 4. They have for like adult swings, whatever, like the regular, U swings, and then they have these other ones that like you sit in, and they have like, I guess, like kind of like an amusement park ride, right? But they didn't have the one didn't have the like the amusement park, the safety harnesses, I guess. And then there were ones that did have the safety harness in it. My nephew was not tall enough for that ride because he's only 9.5 months, but it was so clever what they did. They have like those regular baby swings, the one like where you just like you put the baby in, and instead of just pushing the baby yourself, they had a swing attached to it so that you can pump while the baby's in the swing too, so the baby can face you or the baby can face away. My nephew did not like facing my brother-in-law, so we pushed him on the other side. We didn't push him, we turned him around so that he can see my mother and my dad and all that other stuff. And then my brother-in-law said, "You want to try?" I was like, "Sure." So I was pushing, pumping, and just listening to my nephew have such a great, that may have been where I got the burn. Right, so this is what we used for the concealer. And this is what we used for my BB cream, my face, and this is what we used for my primer. Just as like I don't know, what do they call those things in school? Like a review, I guess. Okay, so then for the eyes, using the Wet n Wild Color Icon Petalette, is it called Petalette? Petalette palette that I used in one of my other videos a couple weeks ago. I was playing around with it yesterday before I went down there, and I was just like, this actually is kind of nice. We're gonna use this one. Put it on our middle finger, and we're just gonna put it over our eyelid, just like that. Nothing crazy. And it was just, and then where else? Oh, we went to this really, really cute cafe first for breakfast. And it was in like this like really interesting part of town. But this cafe was so cute. It was so cute. And then we went to this park. And then afterwards, we went back towards the cafe, but night and day when it came to the way that it felt, the way that anything. And we went to this riverfront and it had this really lovely river walk. It had these boats that were called tiki tours. It had a miniature golf place, a bunch of restaurants, a bunch of hotels. It was just it was like a little amusement park. And there was a children's museum there. And there's a movie theater. There's a minor league baseball stadium there. And I think there's a concert venue there. Wasn't really sure. All right, and then we're gonna go in with this pink one with our pointer finger, index finger. And we're just gonna put that on top. It was just such a great afternoon. The outdoor bar, they were playing like, funky music, and also the miniature golf place, and I was pushing my nephew, and I just started, dancing, wiggling around, and then he's in the stroller, just like, he's such a pip. Here's a question for you, or an answer for you. If you end up getting some in your corner of your eye, just use your pinky. Use your pinky. All right, so we are using my middle finger, though, to blend it out a little bit so that it's not so harsh. And we went to this bar, and they had a whole bunch of, like, their own, ring finger. And we're just going to use that one right there. We're just going to highlight the upper area of our eye here. And middle finger again, because now it's pretty much clean. And just blend it out a little bit more. I probably used the wrong palette to show you my makeup, my eyeshadow skills with just my finger, but that'll be for another video, I guess. I'm literally just using different fingers now just to. All right, I'm gonna go back in with the pink, the shiny pink, just because I do want a little bit of like, pop. And so yeah, so it's a brewery, so they brew their own beer, and you can see where they brew their own beer. Okay, we're gonna experiment. I'm gonna take my pointer finger and then use this one right here on the outer corner. Okay. There we go. Much better. All right. And then We're just gonna wipe our fingers off, and then I think we're gonna use our middle finger again, and we're just gonna not make it so like uniform like that. We're just gonna blend it a little bit more. I'm gonna go with my middle finger, my ring finger again, and we're just gonna bring up the highlight a little bit. It was just such a great day. Oh yeah, so yeah, the reason why I was telling about this brewery. So at the end of the day, my nephew was getting a little fussy, and we brought him downstairs to look at the but I don't know what they call them, like the casks. Is that what they call them when you brew beer? I'm not really sure. Going with our anti-gravity, highly rated anti-gravity. So I'm keep going back and forth because I keep forgetting and I keep remembering things, but it was just so funny yesterday. He loves having people watch him. Loves. So my sister was holding him, and he was facing the table behind us, and nobody was paying attention to him, and he was getting really sad and upset because nobody's paying attention. And my sister says, well, no one knows you over there. Turn around. The people that know you and want to pay attention to you are over here. Let me tell you, that kid is flexible. He's doing like, lifting up his leg, putting it on the stroller bar. So yeah, so that's where I got my sunburn, in Delaware. So what else is going on with me? Let's see. I don't really talk about myself because I actually want tell you a little bit more about myself. Okay. So next, I'm a little not sure. So I really want to try and start using this and liking this. It's the Blush Bomb by Makeup Revolution, also because I think I missed the cutoff to return it. I don't know how they're both gonna like work in regards to using my fingers. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a virtual assistant, and this was not the best thing to use. Nope. We'll make it work. We will make it work. So I am a virtual assistant, and this one's gonna like start drying down soon. Okay, so I am a virtual assistant, and which means I assist people virtually, obviously. And so that's what I've been doing for the last 2 years. But over the last couple weeks, I was interviewing for a new job, and I got it. So I am now the program coordinator of a nonprofit organization out in LA, but I am very, very excited to begin working with them. I'm not going to say how I found them. The platform I was working for was just very, it was just kismet. Let's just put it that way. How I found them. And I absolutely love working for them. I've been working for them for the last 2 years. So that is a good clue as to how I found them, because I've been working as a virtual assistant for the last 2 years. Next, we're going to be doing some highlighter. I think I'm going to use the Physicians Formula All-Star Face Palette. Point your finger. We're going in with that one. Oh, wait, no, I did something yesterday that I totally wanted to do again. Totally forgot about it. Yeah, so I'm so unbelievably honored and excited to be working for this nonprofit organization. I'm so excited. I cannot even express to you how excited I am. And I'm not a virtual assistant anymore. Okay, so what I did yesterday was I actually used some of this, and I used that as highlighter as well. Sometimes you can just repurpose things, so what I really want to do is use my like blending out thing that I use, but I really want to stay true to this challenge. And then we have our lips. We are using one of my ultimate favorites at the moment. It is the NYX Fat Oil Lip Drip, or Lip Drip Fat Oil. I don't know. It is in the color Supermodel. It tastes yummy. It smells yummy. It's a nice pink, but not too loud. Got a little shimmer in it, like very little shimmer. And it just adds a nice tint to your lips. And then we're going to set it into place with the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. And we did it. We did it! We did an entire face with no brushes. What if I packed all my makeup and I forgot my brushes? That would have been a great way to start this thing, wouldn't it have? Yep. But yeah, what if I forgot my brushes? What do I do? And it clearly works. So yeah, so this is my look. All the products will be listed down below. And if you like watching these challenges, dupes, tricks, tips, hacks, is it worth the videos, first impressions, all those types of videos, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and bell button down below so you can be alerted as to when I post new videos, which is every Tuesday and Friday. I hope you have a great day, night, evening, whenever you're watching this. I look very much forward to seeing you again, and I love you, my butterflies. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye!